Before we get started, we'd like to thank Panasonic Lumix for sponsoring this video. To learn more about Videomaker's ethical stance on sponsorship, click the link in the description. How do you choose between the Lumix GH5 and the GH5s? Since the cameras share a number of different features, it can be difficult to know which one will be a better fit for your video production work. Marcus here from Videomaker. In this video, we'll be showing you the top differences between the two cameras. The native ISO of a camera is the ISO at which the analog signal is converted to a digital signal without being amplified. Every digital camera has a native ISO. The GH5 has a single native ISO of 400. This means that after ISO 400, the signal to noise ratio increases as you increase the ISO. The GH5s is a bit different. It has a dual native ISO. That means it has a native ISO of 400 as well as a second native ISO of 2500. With two native ISOs, noise is reset at ISO 2500, allowing you to use the higher ISOs with less noise. The aspect ratio of a sensor is tied to the type of work it will do. Additionally, it will affect the amount of crop you get. The GH5 has 4 aspect ratios to choose from: 1:1, 3:2, 4:3, and 16:9. With its multi-aspect sensor, the GH5s captures a wider field of view than that of other 4/3 sensor cameras. Less crop equals more field of view at the same resolution. This will give videographers the advantage of using the maximum sensor area possible. The GH5's top resolution and format is 60 frames per second in UHD 4K. However, the GH5s by contrast offers 60 frames per second in resolutions up to Cinema 4K. That gives you a wider, more cinematic aspect ratio. When producing in UHD, the increased resolution will also give you some wiggle room to reposition framing left and right. Being able to shoot a high frame rate for slow motion video can be key to getting a dramatic and cinematic shot. The GH5s uses a new sensor to enable an increase in high-speed recording compared to the GH5. The GH5 will capture up to 7.5 times slow-mo. However, the GH5s can capture up to 10 times slow-mo. Shooting the highest frame rate on the GH5s will make a 2-second shot in 2:20 seconds. The GH5 introduced in-body image stabilization of the sensor. This allows for image stabilization regardless of the lens attached. However, the in-body image stabilization was removed from the GH5s in favor of deploying the larger multi-aspect 4/3 sensor. This enables, in combination with the lower pixel count, the ability to capture accurate color in low light with lower levels of noise. Both the GH5 and the GH5s offer appealing features to video shooters, but there's no clear winner here. Which camera you choose depends on the features that you see yourself using the most. We hope we've given you some insight into the most important features to consider. For more information on either the Panasonic Lumix GH5 or GH5s, visit the link in the description. Thanks for watching.